Hello everyone, my name is Oktay Avcı, and today I'm going to talk about features in the English language that English language doesn't have. So, what I'm going to talk about basically is that I'm going to talk about some features that, some languages in the world have, but English doesn't have specifically. So, I'm going to talk about four different features that English doesn't have, and those are time independence, clusivity, absolute direction, and evidentiality. So, to start with, we can start with time independence. So, what does time independence mean? So, what this means is that English language can never be truly independent from time. So what do I mean by that is whenever you talk, whenever you talk with someone, whenever you have a speech, whenever you write something, in that speech, if that speech includes any action, any verb, you absolutely must refer to time. Because if you're not referring to time, it's not basically just English at this point. Because each and every single verb has a time attached to it. I mean, as you can see from the example here, like we have past tense, present tense, future tense, and we use time, we attach time to each and every single one of those tenses. But I mean, it's not just, past, present, or future tense. We have past perfect, present future. I don't, I don't know if we have present future, past perfect, and all that. We have more and more tenses in the English language, but each and single every one of them has to be attached to a time if they're talking about an action. For example, I dance. You give the time. You talk about past, or I dance. I dance occasionally. You don't really tell if you dance right now, but contextually, you refer to that you dance occasionally or you dance right now. So whatever you do is that you always, you know, how should I say, you always are dependent on time whenever you're talking about a verb in the English language. But as I said, uh, English is not time independent, but there are languages that are time independent, such as Chinese. Well, I mean, they also have, how should I say, tenses in their language. They probably have future tense, past tense, or present tense. But how should I say, Chinese is more like a vague, how should I say, vague in terms of time. They don't exactly refer to time whenever they are talking about their actions. They refer it, and you understand it contextually that this is happening now or later or has happened before, right? So Chinese is time independent, but English language is not. So clusivity. Now this one's a bit weird. When you say clusivity, when you say clusivity is not a feature that English language doesn't have, you might think that's weird because, I mean, as you can see from the example, we just won the lottery, right? We refers to you and me, so it includes me, right? But I mean, this we, like which we does this we specifically refer to? Because let's say you say, we've just won the lottery, right? You and me, we've just won the lottery. So, as you can see from here, we've just won the lottery, you and me can be inclusive, or it can also be exclusive. Like, we've just won the lottery, me and my friends, but not you. You didn't win the lottery. We've just won the lottery, but you didn't. Or we've just won the lottery, you and me, right? So this is a feature that English language does not have. We don't have clusivity in the English language. So, I mean, when you think about it, I mean, yeah, English must have it, right? But actually English language doesn't have this feature, and it is actually a needed feature. I mean, if you know the context, if you're having a speech, if you're having a conversation like face to face, yes, you can understand when that person says we, right? And whenever your friend says we, you understand contextually that it refers to you and him. But let's say we won the lottery, right? You have read it in a screen like you've seen before, and you don't know the context and you don't know the person who wrote about it, so you don't have a, like, how should I say, specific way to understand which we does that we refer to. So inclusivity is a feature that English language does not have, but English language, I mean, apart from the English language, it is almost worldwide. I mean, as you can see from the map here, we have one in Canada, in the Canadian languages. We have inclusivity in like Middle and Southern America. We have it Australia and Indonesia. We also even have it like Manchuria in China, uh, Indian coastline, and we also have it in like Africa. But it is not has yet reached, as you can see from the map, has not yet reached Europe just yet. I mean, maybe technically you can say it has reached Europe because, as you can see from here, Caucasian languages have inclusivity. I mean, some people include Caucasia in Europe, so maybe technically it has reached Europe and it has become worldwide. But again, technically, it hasn't reached inner European lands. And if it doesn't reach the inner European lands, then it doesn't have a relationship between the, like in the English language. So it is almost worldwide, but it has not yet reached English languages. So another one, and this one's a bit tricky, I guess. I mean, as you can see, in the English language, we have words like forward, left, right, and backward, as you can see from the example, right? But we use those words in order to kind of guess where we are at the, like in the world. But some languages, and a specific language in like a Australian language, a native Australian language, has what is known as an absolute direction. So what that is that they don't have words like forward, left, right, or backward. They have absolute directional words where those words tell you specifically if you are, like, for example, you are looking north, south, east, or west. So they don't need forward, left, right, or backward because, I mean, they already know absolutely where they are in the world. So which language is that? It is Gugu Yimithir. It's a native Australian language that has been spoken even right now. It has been highly researched. Uh, I mean, we don't have it. Like most of the languages in the world doesn't have absolute direction feature in their languages, but Google Yimithir has it. And so what's happened is that in their minds, they always know which direction is north or which direction is how should I say, west or east or south, right? So I mean, it would be very beneficial to humankind if we could have absolute direction in the English language. I mean, imagine if you were a colonizer in the like Middle Ages, and when you are navigating through the Pacific Ocean or Atlantic Ocean, you, how should I say, you need to know where you're going. So you needed a compass. But I mean, these guys don't need a compass because they always know which direction is north, west, south, or east, right? So this is a feature that English language does not have, and very few selected languages in the world have it. So another and the last feature that English language doesn't have is evidentiality. So what do we mean by that is that whenever you talk about something, whenever you talk about something that has happened, you, in some languages, can mention if you have seen it like if you've experienced it firsthand, as you can see from the example from the left, if you have seen it firsthand, and if you have experienced it firsthand, or you can be like, how should I say, you can experience it in the first hand, but you did not see it happen, or you infer it from someone, or you quote someone. Well, English language has it in a way, right? You can say, I've heard it or I've seen it, but it is not an absolute requirement that you have to use. So it is not counted as a feature that English language has. So some languages, and our language also has this feature. I mean, as you can see, not many languages in the world has it. I mean, like in the South Americans, some languages has it. Turkic languages has it, as you can see from Turkey. Bulgaria has it, and Estonia has it, I guess. Tibet area in the China also has it. In some areas in Siberia also has it. So what we mean by that is that in Turkey, in Turkish, sorry, you can say gördüm, which means you have experienced it firsthand and you have seen it yourself with your eyes. Or you can say görmüş, which means you didn't experience it in firsthand and you didn't see with your eyes. And you can also say görmüşmüş. I mean, you can, which means basically like you refer to someone that has not seen the event directly, and he, I mean, the person that you have heard this event has not has also heard it from someone else, right? I mean, even when I'm trying to explain this, I mean, it is just it just becomes a cluster, right? It just becomes a cluster of words. I mean, I'm having a hard time explaining that, but languages like ours can easily have the evidentiality feature. So again, evidentiality is a feature that English language doesn't have, also has it, but also doesn't have has it. You know, it's kind of in between, but it is counted as if like English language does not have the evidentiality feature, right? So this was it. Thank you for watching, and I hope I can see you next time next week. So thank you for watching, and see you again. Bye bye.